Good day, y'all, and welcome to Cooking Keto Southern Style with Randy. Today I'm going to attempt to make something that is one of my wife's favorite things that we get when we go to Arby's. Their cheese sticks. So I'm going to use the 3-2-1 keto batter, but I'm going to do the mozzarella cheese in a egg wash, and I'm going to actually add some basil and garlic powder and salt to the recipe. So what I have done earlier was taken a 8-ounce block of cheese and cut it into sticks. So you can see here I'm going to be doing 6 for this recipe. So we're going to get started down here, and hope y'all enjoy this. Cooking our food today, we're going to discuss what types of fats or oils to actually cook in. I've come up with a website that has the 7 best oils to cook with. I'm going to have a link down below in the description, so you can just click on that, read the full article, the health benefits for each one of these. It's a very long article, and I'm not going to list them all here. So number 1 is this is for frying or deep frying. So coconut oil, butter or ghee, and then you should use ghee for deep frying. That's number 3. Olive oil, avocado oil, macadamia nut oil, lard, which is pig fat, or tallow, which is beef fat. So most all of these have a very high smoke point above what you would want when you're deep frying. Back here on the stove, I already have a pot of what I'm going to use today heating up, so we can do the frying here in just a minute. I have chosen to use lard today, and the reason is it's more economical than the other 6 that I listed. I bought actually this 4-pound bucket. Oh, let's put it in English. Yesterday at Walmart for less than $7. I probably used about 1.5 pounds back here in my pot that y'all see in a few minutes that we're going to fry in. So this is much more economical. When you're looking at oils, you're really looking for the omega-3 oils and not the omega-6, and that's the reason those are listed. The oils that and also for lard, it contains oleic acid, which is the same thing that's in olive oil, and it's been shown to help lower the LDL cholesterol, which is your bad cholesterol. So also, it has a very neutral flavor profile, so it doesn't infuse back into the food cooking, and like with coconut oil or avocado oil or olive oil, you get the flavor of actually the oil with it. With the lard, it does not infuse its flavor in. So the types of oils that you would not want to actually cook with are sesame oil, red band oil, grapeseed oil, safflower oil, sunflower oil, cottonseed oil, corn oil, canola oil, or soybean oil, which when I say all those are all listed in most every processed food that we buy. Potato chips, snack foods, it doesn't matter. Those oils are in there, and they're very high in omega-6, which one of the side effects leads to inflammation. So I've actually reduced those over the past 3.5-4 months out of my diet, and have seen great results in my actual inflammation and in my body. So I have felt a lot better. So to get started, what you're going to need is 3 tablespoons of ground Parmesan cheese, 2 tablespoons of flaxseed meal, 1 tablespoon of almond flour, and then in this bowl I actually have a half a teaspoon of basil, dry basil, 1/8 of a teaspoon of garlic powder, and then about 1/8 of a teaspoon of pink Himalayan salt. So about an hour and a half, 2 hours ago, I actually sliced the cheese into sticks and put it in the freezer so it would be frozen. So we're going to add them to the egg wash right now and get those coated really well. And we'll go over to the stove in a moment and actually drop them down into the hot grease. Clean up them messy hands. Okay, so on the plate I'm going to add the 3 tablespoons of Parmesan cheese, the 2 tablespoons of flaxseed meal, the 1 tablespoon of almond flour, and then the half teaspoon of dried basil, the 1/8 of a teaspoon of garlic powder, and the 1/8 of a teaspoon of pink Himalayan salt. And then we're going to take a fork and we're just going to kind of mix this up together. Get it incorporated really well. Get it evened out on the plate. So now we're going to actually go over to the stove and cook this. So in my pot I have my lard melted down and it's heating. I'm going to take the mozzarella cheese sticks that I actually cut, make sure they're coated really good in egg, and then roll them back and forth into my keto batter. And then I'm going to do, since this is my first attempt, I'm going to do these one at a time because it should not take long to do. I really don't want the cheese to come apart in there. I may have, let me go ahead and coat another one and see if I can get a good system going here. You have to kind of keep rolling the stick in the batter to make sure you build it up on there. Drop the next one. Wipe off my hand. So there's the first one. We're going to take it out. The batter looks done to me. I'm afraid to do too many at one time and we're going to have a mess. So see how this one looks. Just a few more minutes longer. I can probably go ahead and roll another one and then take that one out when I drop this one in. Make sure you roll it back and forth several times to pick up enough batter. So we're going to put that one in, and I'm going to pull this one out, and it looks perfect. So we're going to put it back there, and we'll go ahead and try to get your coating evened out on here. So for my friend who lives in Fairhope, Alabama, Amber, who loves cheese sticks as much as my wife does, I encourage you to do this. Okay, that one's floating, so we're going to pull him, and oop, that one's starting to fall apart. He was smaller, so try to be consistent when you cut your cheese. I did not do as well a job as I should have, so they were all about the same size. But freezing it, I got that idea offline, that it really helps not to make a mess with the cheese. And so we're going down in that. Oh, I lost my other one. There it is. Get it out. And one last cheese stick. So you can see how much batter I have left, and I've only done 6. So you probably could do 10 to 12 easily with this amount of the 3-2-1 coating. He peeled out of his coating completely. And I'm fixing to have an utter mess in here. Make it get that out. Woo! So it volcanoed right out. As you can see, it looks like a little finger came out of its skin and it stuck to my spoon. So you got to be really quick with these. He's fixing the, and I think what it is I bumped him with a spoon. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this one because I think it's ready. So we'll be right back and we'll do a taste test. So we're back and now have 3 of the cheese sticks plated actually on the plate, and in here I heated up about a 1/4 cup of pizza sauce that I use on the Keto Pizza episode. So it's basically great value pizza sauce. You can make up your own marinade if you wanted to. I just know that the macros for this sauce is really good. So we're going to take one of these and actually try it here in just a second. So we're going to give our mozzarella cheese sticks a taste test now. So I've got my pizza sauce and I'm going to take one of these, and actually it's still warm. I can mash it a little bit, but the coating is sticking really well. I think the one that it came off of, the spoon touched it and it actually created a problem. So here we go. Taste testing mozzarella cheese sticks with a little pizza sauce marinara. I'm going to tell you, compared to the ones that my wife likes from Arby's, these to me are a lot better. The coating is not as thick, but oh my gosh, you get that Italian flavor from the basil and the garlic. It's just the right amount of saltiness, just with that little bit of pink Himalayan salt added to it. My gosh, I could just make a meal off these. Mmm. Mmm. Delicious. So if you try this fried mozzarella cheese stick recipe, let me know and give me either a thumbs up or a thumbs down right down below the video here if you liked it. Also, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and if you've already subscribed, hit that bell right down there so you get notified as soon as my new videos come out. And as always, I will have the recipe with the directions and all the macros down in the description below. If you have a challenge for me, a Southern recipe challenge, make comments down in the description and I will come up with the best recipe I possibly can to see if it satisfies that hunger in you. Until next time, y'all have a great day.